Listen, you're not out of time. You're out of order. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not even behind. You're just buried under all the noise, all the notifications, the non-stop demands on your time, your energy, and your attention. If we're being honest, it's not just about the lack of money or the way your health feels like it's always the last thing on your list, or how you have to fight for the scraps of the rest of all the things. They're luxuries instead of necessities. It's that deep gnawing sense that your life is just not moving. It is moving, but it's not moving forward. You're doing so much and yet nothing ever really feels like it's getting done. So you're not out of time. You're out of order. So let's talk about what no one tells you. The stress you're feeling isn't just because your schedule is packed. It's because you've been confusing urgency with importance. And that confusion is costing you more than you realize. It's why you say yes to everyone and everything, but go to bed feeling like you accomplished nothing that nourished your spirit. It's why the big dreams stay in journals while you chase after inboxes and errands and emergencies, half of which aren't even yours. You're living in response mode, always reacting, always catching up, never creating space for the things that truly move your life forward. And when you see others managing their lives with clarity, building things, healing, growing, it stings a little bit. Not because you're bitter, but because you know you're capable too. You're not jealous of their success. You're just grieving your own neglect. Because somewhere along the way, you stopped choosing what matters, what really matters. Here's where you are now. Tired, overextended, maybe a tad salty, maybe a little bitter, stuck in a cycle where the urgent things steal the spotlight and the important things collect dust. And here's where you want to be: rooted, clear, in control of your time without being a slave to it. Focused on what truly matters, not just what screams at you in the loudest voice. But to bridge that gap, you don't need more energy. You don't need more time. You don't need more hustle. You need a better filter, a system that helps you say yes with confidence and no without guilt. And that's where the Eisenhower Matrix comes in. I had a client once, a high performer, a woman of faith, disciplined but drained. She sat on my couch and said, "I don't know why I'm so tired. I'm doing everything that they told me to do." She had the apps, she had the calendar, she had the planner, she had a time blocking system, she had all these things, but she didn't have any peace. So we took a step back, not to add more to her schedule, but to rebuild the foundation underneath it. I asked her, what would your life look like if you stopped reacting and started discerning? That's when everything shifted. We mapped her week using the Eisenhower Matrix. It was the first time she realized that most of her energy was going to menial tasks, things that just didn't matter, in 5 minutes, let alone the next 5 years. And for the first time in years, she settled, she gathered herself, and she was able to breathe. This isn't just a productivity tool. It's a mindset shift rooted in both brain science and biblical wisdom. From a psychological lens, the Eisenhower Matrix helps you bypass decision fatigue and regain executive control over your life. It activates your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for prioritization, planning, and resisting impulses. From a theological lens, it mirrors the invitation of Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. God never asks us to do everything, okay? He asks us to put first things first. The world tells you to hustle harder, to do more, to optimize every single solitary second. But that approach only accelerates the burnout. This matrix doesn't demand more energy. It doesn't demand more time. It helps you preserve the energy and the time you already have by showing you where it's leaking and where it could be leading okay? It doesn't just help you manage time. It helps you align your time, your efforts, your energy with what matters most. So let's break down the tool that changed everything, not just for my client, but for leaders, parents, creatives, and everyday people who are just tired of being pulled in 10 different directions at once and feeling like they're falling in and out of those directions. So the Matrix is a simple, powerful way to categorize your tasks, but it's more than just a chart. It's a mirror. It shows you what matters. It reveals what is distracting you, and it frees you from the lie that everything is equally as important and equally as urgent as the next thing. So quadrant 1, urgent and important. So they're the do it now tasks. These are the tasks that protect your well-being or fulfill a responsibility. Think of the medical emergencies, paying overdue bills, dealing with spiritual crisis, or a hard deadline at work. Then you have quadrant 2, not urgent, but important. So those things you can schedule. This is the gold. These tasks move you forward in your calling, your healing, your long-term growth. It includes rest, planning, exercise, therapy, prayer, date night, journaling, building your brand or your business. But these don't yell. These things don't yell at you as being urgent, but they matter the most. Quadrant 3, urgent, but not important. These are the tasks you want to delegate. These are distractions disguised as duty. Things like responding to every text instantaneously, attending meetings you don't need to be in, or being pulled into someone else's emotional, catastrophic urgency. It feels pressing, but it doesn't move your life forward. And then you have quadrant 4, not urgent, not important. The stuff we can delete. This is the clutter. This is the scrolling. This is the drama. This is the numbing of the routines that don't add any joy or depth to your life. It's just noise. You don't need to organize it. You need to release it. Handle what's urgent and life-giving right now. Make room for what matters long-term, even if it's quiet. Let others handle what doesn't truly require you. And cut the noise before it becomes your norm. So here's what I want you to do tonight. Don't just nod along, okay? Don't just save this video for later. Grab a piece of paper or open your notes app and then list everything on your mind right now. Then put each thing into one of these 4 boxes. No shame, no judgment, just truth. You'll be surprised at how much your exhaustion has nothing to do with hard work and everything to do with misplaced energy. And when you do this regularly, weekly, even daily, you'll start to feel something powerful, something amazing, clarity. Because when you know what to do next, your mind stops spinning, it stops racing, and when your spirit isn't constantly deciding what to do, you get a moment of solitude, a moment to rest. And here's why this tool doesn't create productivity. It creates peace. Psychologically, it rewires your brain away from anxiety loops. You're no longer just reacting to life. You're leading it. You're directing it. You're managing it. Spiritually, it helps you partner with God in stewardship. You begin to live like your hours belong to Him. Not to hustle, not to obligation. And that alignment opens doors that grinding never will. So right now you have everything you need to reset the order of your life, right? Not because you have more energy, not because I magically gave you more time, not because your schedule magically cleared, but because now you know how to choose what matters most. So this is how you go from being burned out to built up. This is how you protect your peace, your sanity. This is how you live on purpose. So now, no excuses. I just closed the gap for you. You've got the tool, you've got the plan, and if you commit to using it, you'll start to feel a shift within days. But if you want faster results, if you want to keep learning how to align your priorities with your purpose, your mind with your mission, and your soul with your schedule, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to say it because I always say it. While I am a licensed professional, I might not be your licensed professional. So please use this information as inspiration and reach out to a licensed professional near you for more individualized, targeted, focused care. We're building clarity, not just calendars, and you belong in this space. So let's keep going.